Friend Lucy is live in the kitchen. She's making something Italian this morning.
Lucy, good to see you as always.
You too, thank you.
So what are we working on today?
Today we're working on a tortellini pasta with an Italian flair. So what I already did is got started on our mushrooms and onions so those could get brown and soft. So I just have a little bit of olive oil in here, and I have half of a small onion, and I just chopped up some white mushrooms, but you could use whichever ones you want, just a half a container of those. And I wanted them to get a little bit of color on there before we added any other liquid or any other vegetables.
Any particular reason for this recipe specific, or just a good one that you wanted to show off?
I'm glad you mentioned that. I was, a lot of people during Lent aren't eating meat or need some meat-free options, and so this is a really hearty dinner, and we're going to do it meat-free. So we have a lot of veggies in here, and for me, it's not really a lot of vegetables that I eat often. I love artichokes, but I don't really eat them that often. I do like mushrooms. I don't really eat them that often, and always I love to just wilt spinach down really to any soup or pasta, just an easy way to get some extra spinach. And we're also going to use some roasted red peppers. So it's kind of an opportunity to kind of eat some flavors that, you don't typically eat, or I don't really typically eat at my house. I don't know, my kids, some of them are kind of adventurous eaters and some of them aren't, and so when I was actually cooking this morning, and my husband and one of the kids was like, "It smells so great in here," and then two of the other kids were like, "What's gross cooking?" So so this may be an adult only dinner, but it comes together super quick. So I just drained 1 can of quartered artichokes, and I just tossed those in here. And at this point, I'm also going to add 1½ teaspoons of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and that's the seasoning for the whole dish. So I'm just going to let these artichokes cook for a minute before we keep moving.
All right, that sounds like a good plan. This is the first time we've spoke with you since Mardi Gras. How'd the season go for the Greer's locations downtown, especially the new location?
It was great. We had an awesome Mardi Gras, and we got so lucky at the, or the end of the week for, beginning of it, really, for beautiful weather, and so many people enjoyed our new store downtown, like you mentioned. So it was, I think it was a fun time for the city, and it was, I think that everybody did a great job. All the parades were beautiful, and the city just looked so nice, so it was great. Thank you. All
right, sounds good. So we're going to continue to work on this coming up throughout the show. 2 more segments left. I think my kids would also say can't touch this in the spirit of MC Hammer, but for your adults, perfect Friday Lenten recipe for all of y'all. All right, Lucy, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the kitchen. We are live with Lucy Greer with Greer's Markets. A yummy, yummy, yummy recipe today, Lucy.
Smelling good. Yes, we're making a Tuscan tortellini. So I started with some onions and mushrooms in here with a little bit of olive oil, and then I added a can of artichokes that were already quartered. And so now we're kind of moving on to making our sauce. So I just put in 4 ounces of cream cheese, and we're going to use a shortcut. I'm just using a jar pesto that you just buy right at the store, and this is half a cup, so it was about half a jar. And I'm also going to add just about 1/4 cup of cream, and then I'm gonna let this, a little more, let this start melting together, and then I'm going to wilt in about 1/2 container of spinach, and later on we're going to add some roasted red peppers.
Yeah, and you said, if you're just now joining us, you said earlier, if you are participating in Lent, this is the perfect weeknight meal for you, or weekend. It smells so good. The older I get, the more I truly fall in love with pesto.
I know, I do too. It is definitely a total weakness. I used to make it all the time when I was younger. So I just buy it now, but it just a little bit even, just adds tons of flavor to really whatever you're doing.
Yeah. So okay, so we're going to add the spinach in there.
I'm going to go ahead and just start adding this and just start wilting it down.
An easy way to add another veggie in there. Hey, you guys are gearing up for something real fun.
Yes, I wanted to mention, we have our Greer's Cash Saver in Robertsdale, and Robertsdale is such a fun community. If you're never over there, the people are so kind, and we've had a store there for as long as I can remember, and the Rotary Club is hosting the rodeo this weekend.
Yeah.
So it is on Thursday and Friday night. Nope, excuse me, Friday and Saturday night at 7:30, and you can buy tickets at the gate, or you can buy tickets at a lot of different businesses around the community, of course at Greer's, and it's so fun. I remember going when I was little, and they always have super fun things for the kids. So there's a coloring contest. There's a sheet that you can go to the Rotary, the Robert Sale Rotary website and print that out, and there's a contest on Friday, and on Friday too, the kids under 12 get in free, 12 and under. So it would definitely be something fun to do for the family, you know, whether you are free Friday or Saturday night. And I was looking at the list of giveaways. There's like tickets to OWA. There's all, you know, they're selling raffle tickets. There's so many fun things, you know, on top of the animals, of course.
Of course.
So if you are, you know, trying to make plans for this weekend, I would definitely encourage, you know, going to that Robert Sale Rotary website and looking at the info for the rodeo. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
That's going to be so much fun, especially this weekend. Not a lot of things if your kids aren't involved in like sports or anything extracurricular right now. That's a perfect thing to do to get them out of the house and busy on a Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
All right, so when we come back with Joe, Lucy, what are we doing next?
Okay, so you're gonna wilt this down, and then I have the pasta water boiling. So this tortellini is a super quick cook, just a 2-minute thing. So I may do that over the break, and then we're gonna put it all together.
Easy peasy. This smells so good, you guys. You'll have to make this or a version of this of Lucy's recipe coming up. We're gonna have it on our website in just a bit.
We are back with Lucy Greer and our Tuscan Tortellini.
We are. Yes, we are finishing everything up. So we started with some mushrooms and onions and artichokes, and we just added a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we made our cream sauce with a little bit of cream cheese, a tiny bit of heavy cream, and our pesto, which is our shortcut ingredient. So we just used half a cup of pesto, and then I wilted in a bunch of spinach. And so now I'm just going to add in 1 jar of roasted red peppers that I just chopped up, and I'm just going to add in about half a cup of, this is Romano, but you could do Parmesan, and I just did the juice of a lemon. So I'm going to use tortellini pasta today, and at this point we'll just add it in once it's done cooking. But you could use whatever pasta you like. It didn't have to be a filled pasta, and this is ready for the table.
Chelsea's been saying that she thinks pesto is the best.
She is. She's new to pesto. So this is a really good way to incorporate it into something else. So, and she also said this would be a really good dip. So if you didn't want to add the noodles, you just stop right here and just get a bag of chips and just go to town.
But on your screen right there, you are seeing the finished product of the Tuscan Tortellini. You can find the recipe online. And then, of course, all of these ingredients more you can check out at all the Greer's locations. Of course, your Wednesday marketing ad drops today always, too.
Yes, it does. And if you are shopping at the Robertsdale Greer's, then you can pick up your tickets for the rodeo that is this weekend. The Rotary Club over there puts on a rodeo, and it's Friday and Saturday night. And so a lot of local businesses, of course, participate and have tickets for sale. And, of course, we do, too. And it's definitely something fun. I was telling Chelsea before, I remember going when I was little. And it's a lot of fun. They kids are free 12 and under tomorrow, or excuse me, Friday night. And then you can also buy tickets at the gate if you don't have a chance to get them before. So if you are making plans for this weekend, there's a mechanical bull.
How about that?
You know, I know your parents are in town, and y'all are going to the beach.
That's what they're going to want to do.
So you got to stop through Robertsdale and hit the mechanical bull.
We'll certainly do that. All right, so lots of fun. Great to show how local Greer's is, teaming up and helping with all these local events that are going on and all that kind of good stuff. That's what it's all about, right? This recipe is online. Go check it out. Lucy, great to see you as always.
You too. Thanks.